one of the saddlebags
You-
on the machine.
You
It'll
know
be
what?
easier.
You know what? I'm literally just gonna hop in the machine and just leave these people.
Actually, let's use one of the saddlebags on the machine. There we go. We have permission.
Yeah, and she'll kind of just stagger up. She'll take the carefully take the medicine out and offer it to whoever's got the bag of holding to carry it safely. All right, and then she'll, with Jade's help, get onto Volanka's back and whoever's supporting her on the way back. Shiki, it's gonna take you a little bit to get properly used to this, especially with it in its damaged state. But you're able to get it to hover a little distance off the ground. As I said, it's effectively a gyrocopter. The image there isn't perfectly right.
Hey, come on now, I'm a prodigy.
Yeah, it's effectively a gyrocopter. The actual design is that picture, by the way, is a sprite from Warcraft 2. The actual design is like the World of Warcraft flying machine. So you know what that looks like? It's got the two side propellers, and you're effectively able to get it to hover along, though it's going probably 20 feet per round, so slower than like you could run or whatever. But if you're pushing it, you could probably keep up with a normal walking pace easily enough.
It came from behind.
Yeah, I had fun getting rid of some of the prop stuff on that. So with all of that, you're able to head back. It's a bit slower paced than when you got there, but you don't have the same urgency that you had on the way out. There's no real danger that you encounter on the way, thankfully. It seems that the night garb and everything else scared away a lot of the danger, and you're able to make your way back to Ashfield easily enough. You come into the side gates there, since that's the closer path there. You come into the side gates there. I'm going to be back to the map for now, for the Ashfield map for now. Yeah, you might stop for the night to rest at some point, though perhaps there even. So things like you head back early morning. Storms, of course, pass. You get back towards the gates. You see a number of the guards there. They send a runner out to get the count, as well as Paige and everyone else. The count will nod at this, and he'll kind of just... I think at this point he's going to see one of his the other guards, if it could take it back to workshop for now to keep an eye on things, and then he's going to join Natalie, who's taken to the Raven's Wing, so he can hear the story and everything else. So I'm going to move Raven's Wing, and I got to grab Natalie.
So,
and you're going to be all in Paige's room.
I'm about to say, am I walking with Baron right now?
I'm going to say you're going to be walking with Baron, because you're going to have a decent distance to go before you get back there.
So, Baron, you want to explain to me that certain rifle blueprint you found?
It was your design, though not made by you.
Yeah, we need to talk about what's mine and what's actually mine.
To be fair, it was your design, but it was scaled up.
You could at least told me you had. You could at least told me you had one of my rifle blueprints.
That wasn't one of your rifle.
Disappear?
I don't. You shouldn't have. I can move you onto the. You might have moved. You are down below. There you are. And he'll just explain that wasn't one of your rifle blueprints. That was one of your pistol blueprints, and I scaled it up.
How are you?
He avoided plagiarism.
I
That's
don't.
son of a bitch.
I don't even understand how you're doing this sometimes.
I don't understand myself either. It just makes sense.
Why did I teach you again?
You taught me the basics of tinkering, and it just seems I have a natural apt at taking what other people have done and making it better. Look at this town, for starters.
I really worry what you're going to do to my ship one of these days.
I would not dare mess with that ship. That is
far
too much arcane.
That's my baby.
That's far too much arcane for me to want to mess with. And Paige just kind of, she's speaking to Natalie the entire time. She's actually conjured a floating disc to carry her on instead of having her hobble along or what have you. And it's just getting the explanation from her on what happened. You'll eventually all make it back to the Raven's Wing. As I said, you'll all go into Paige's room. Sit down and just have the full explanation there. So, and this is Paige speaking. So you ran into a night garm on the ground. I did not know those beasts were in this region. That's not.
Neither did I.
There's a bit troubling. I had a very, very close encounter with one.
And she mentioned they had some sort of goggles.
I passed.
All bag.
All right, so you basically.
I'll just sit down on her table.
You're gonna sit. You're gonna sit a severed head on the table.
It's in a saddlebag.
All right, and kind of set that up. And she opens it up and looks through. It's like, ugh, this is. They never make dark wolves out of wargs.
Don't look at me.
That's most unsettling,
So wait,
especially a night garm, which it's a
hmm.
process to make a night garm.
So
Weird.
someone around here's been messing with the local population of wildlife.
Yeah, someone has been definitely
Risu,
messing
your
with.
bag.
Yes, someone has definitely been messing with some of the more unpleasant creatures in this area, without a doubt. We're going to have to do some proper investigating into that, sadly. And the Baron kind of just nods at this. Yes, I don't believe there was much of a warg population in the area, but something as big as that definitely is not good. And what was this about? The
Ah!
Yes, and the Baron kind of nod. Yes, I was just about to ask, what are these dark wolves? And Paige would kind of just lean back and think, dark wolves are an interesting creature. They're effectively created, not bred. It's very unique in how they are. They all have their eyes replaced with these strange goggles which allow them to see not only through magical darkness but sometimes invisible and even ethereal plane depending on the quality of the goggles.
Does it give him night vision as well?
In many cases it would definitely increases their vision in all cases, though
In
they
that
are,
case, sorry, I want that head. I'm gonna want those goggles.
if you can figure out how to make it work, those are not going to be something
And
easy to apply to normal goggles.
and who are you talking to here?
And I know who made them.
Oh,
So you
well then.
know who knows how to make the night wolves.
Yes, the dark wolves themselves were originally one of Arashi's early creations.
Oh, for God's sake.
Though these, like I said, I've never known him to work on anything other than wolves and dire wolves. Though there is one other interesting trait which I doubt these wargs share. Dark wolves seem to have a genetic memory. Whatever happened that any of their ancestors encountered, they could remember. Hmm.
So,
You
anyway,
said
for us
that
to.
you said that you killed all of them?
Yep.
Yep.
That's well, that's a pity. If any of them were still alive, we could probably have bred them with something and spoken to the child if they were unwilling. It's probably too late to worry about that now.
Maybe a little.
I don't doubt that in the least, and I'm very glad that you've made it back. You have the medicine, right? And Paige will take the medicine. She'll nod. She'll whistle. I'm not going to move the token for this. Vesha will move in. She'll take the medicine from Paige, and she'll nod at her. And Paige will speak to her. Yes, I would like you to administer us and let us know if her condition changes. From what we were told, this should still take a few days to take effect, but hopefully she'll be looking better shortly. And at that point, Vesha will nod again, and she'll head out to tend to the patient, however sick they are. And at this point, Paige will then look back at Natalie. And how exactly did you go down? Have you had chances to think on it, figure it out? I understand that you did tell them, but. And Natalie will pause for a moment and think. All right, let me think. We were flying through the storm. We saw something big, a very large bird of some sort. Lightning was streaming from it, and there was, I think, a figure on its back. It just flew over both of us, and we were about to look at it, or we were looking at it. We were turning away to try to avoid it more when it was coming back around, and as it came back around, we saw several other humanoids. I think they were harpies, and at least they all had wings. They didn't seem to glow like any divine creatures. And, and the two of them seemed to do battle. They didn't really seem to fight to the death, though. Both groups seemed to pull off after a while, but can't really tell. We were already going down. It looked like some sort of giant bird.
Page,
A thunderbird.
Page, anything that matches our Stormlord friend here?
And the count will think for a second. We did encounter a thunderbird back when I was being dragged to Redwall Mountains. That I don't think we ever did find out a proper cause for that one, though based on everything that happened at that time, I would not be surprised if it's related to Arashi or at least his
It-
child.
Is that the time Lydia and her friends met you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I had to think for a second. I heard Lydia, not Lily.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I heard. I'm like, wait a minute.
I got to.
Christ,
Yeah, it's
Jesus
yes,
Christ.
that was yes. Lily and her friends were actually accompanying me on the ship. This was sometime after we met them,
Hmm.
but they were accompanying me on the ship out to Redwall, and they were a great boon to helping put it down. Just kind of think for more on the topic, and
Paige,
around this point, Paige is still messing around with the wolves, and she pulls out the warg's head, and she's kind of pausing for a moment, looking into it closer. And as she does so, she reaches into the warg's mouth and she pulls out something caught on its teeth. What looks to be a piece of ruined paper.
Hmm.
anything interesting on it?
Let's find out. And she'll kind of set it out, and you can kind of see her start to go through a bit of a magical ritual as she does this. And towards the end, she'll hold her hand over the paper and thinking for a moment. And then she'll kind of just wave her hand again, and there's a few words that will appear in the air, or yeah, in the air, like an illusion more or less hovering in front of her. Let's see, it's written in a cipher as well. Let's see, something. The language itself it looks to be some sort of elvish script. It doesn't appear to be Sylvan. You can tell it's using elvish letters, without a doubt, though.
This shouldn't be a problem for you, Paige.
Let's see, the translation of this, the cipher. The best that I can see at a glance is this was a set of instructions towards harpies. Yes, a clan of harpies that was back in the old world up in the mountains. They were a rather powerful clan. They were asked to repay an old debt and to help track down someone.
I think I remembered something about harpies, but it's still kind of fuzzy.
These harpies are nothing like Crowley and others that you may have met in
Well,
this world.
well, most harpies aren't like Cryly.
Yeah.
Any idea as to who they might have been hunting down?
Well, I don't know who they're hunting down, but I have a suspicion. And she'll point to the last, excuse me, the last word on, or like the last, effectively the sign at the bottom. It is signed Lord of Stormhold. There's only one person who I know uses that title.
That son of a harpies as well.
This is lovely. Whatever information that our sick victim will provide, finding these harpies will doubtless get us more information as well. Everything seems to happen at once.
Well, we better get the show on the road because I'm about 5 minutes from literally wanted to punch him in the face.
Well, it's better everything gets out on the table now, and we don't get ambushed with random information later.
And Pedro kind of just hope I understand your anger, Shiki, but where do you go? We have to locate where these harpies may or may not be. We still have to wait a few days to hear from the woman to see what
And
she
I'm going to the woman to make sure nothing bad happens to her right now.
All right. And as are you actually leaving right now to do so?
I put out Book B 2.0 and I start making my way to the door.
And she'll kind of nod and start looking at the others. I will start looking into trying to locate these harpies myself. If you're able to provide any aid in locating them, it'd be much appreciated. Are they humanoid? No, they're monstrosities.
I might be a cat, but catching harpies is a little bit difficult even for me.
Yes, well, they probably don't they don't act like normal harpies. I do know that much. They're not inclined to be naturally evil. They're more of like an old, proud race. I don't think they're actually directly related to harpies in most ways.
I I suspect we may still have a nest or something nearby if they're striking in this general area.
Perhaps, though I don't know where we would begin to look for it.
Any mountains?
And the count will think for a moment. There are a number of mountains nearby, but most of them are far enough to the south. You would have to go past even Northbridge to get to them.
How about cliffs?
A few cliffside retreats, though nothing that really goes much higher than what we have a little ways north of Ashenport in my home. I don't think those make for good harpy nests.
I don't know. I'll figure something out.
We'll have to. That might be an easy thing, if not for the fact of a massive storm, not to mention them being in the air. We'll have to look around to see if there are any sightings of groups of harpies or whatnot. Yes. I had two. Yes, it'll take me some time to repair it, and to make another, well, it took me several years to make those two. I'll
Dun, dun,
probably
dun,
be able
dun,
to make them faster, but not that much faster.
Can I actually quickly just cut in back in, like Shiki coming back in?
You may.
And Count, I want the blueprints for those flying machines on the double.
I make no promises to you, Shiki. And he'll look to Jade again. Yes, I'll probably send somebody out there to investigate it, and hopefully it's still intact. Even if bandits do get their hands on it, I doubt they'll be able to make use of it, but I'd rather they didn't. Though for
Ah!
yeah, at the very least, for bringing me back this one, he'll reach into his pouch and he'll pull out a little money bag, and he'll set it on the counter. For the return of the one, inside will be 1,500 gold pieces.
Well, I guess that kind of makes it better. But still, you need to. I need to look at how to make those. I can help big time for them.
I know you can help, but it takes time, and the resources to work with are not easy. Yes. I'll make a duplicate party loot just in case. Thank you for bringing that up. In the event that there is something we want to keep, I would rather have it. So I will archive that, and I will make a new party loot. And yeah, that's actually a very good thing to say. So we'll make a new party loot, and we can take a look at that one after the session. I said 1,500 gold, yes. And that was his payment for this. All right, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. In case one of you goes missing, that's not all of your shit gone.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that'll be fair. Let's see. Gotta sit back down and think more. So, for now, I would ask that you all rest for whiles or rest for at least the night, and see if we can't at least find a source for you to go on. And yes, Azul will bring Shiki a very big cup of coffee. It is almost like it is a keg of coffee.
Yes. Yes, my girl. Mwah.
And she walks back after the kiss.
What? I can be happy.
Yeah, Shiki. As for the one you're keeping an eye on, I don't have a token prepared for. Sorry.
Okay.
She appears to be an older elf, but that's about all you can see. And she's just kind of resting on the bed. You can very faintly see the sheets moving up and down with her breathing, but it is a lot slower than you would expect it to be.
Well, I sit down in the chair. I crack open Campbell, and I load 2 shells in, and keep it ready at the door.
All right. and everything like that. Rest of you, of course, offer to go to your rooms and stay, and you do all have effectively a permanent room to stay in here at the inn. As
Ooh.
per, yeah, as for Paige's, Paige takes care of the people who work with her. Yeah, she
So-
takes care of the people who works with her because
So
Yeah.
so being who I am, I get the second best room, right?
technically the wounded woman is in the second best room.
God, wait, this is my room.
You are down here in this room. Actually, no, you're down here in this room at the very bottom
Yeah, I can.
because it's a two-person room, and you
Do
know
you
why.
know what? To be fair, I would have, I would have been alright with you going. No, yeah, Paige put over your room.
What room do I get?
I'm gonna say, actually, yeah, Jade and Yasana can share this room because they've been together for a while. Fluffy, you would have gotten the room where the sick person's in.
Can't have my room.
So she'll offer you your pick of any of the other inn rooms for now and apologize.
So one of these rooms over here.
Yeah, there's a few nicer ones in there, but there's nothing quite furnished like
That-
the one she has over here.
That one's got the bounciest bed.
No, I was actually just gonna go in that room just because it's
got-
got a single bed.
It's got the bounciest. It's got a double bed.
It's a king instead of a single, but there's only one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These have two beds, two beds, two beds, two beds, two beds.
Meanwhile,
All right.
I
and
need a
then
bath.
Shiki's the one who needs a bath.
Oh, god damn it! Like,
Uh,
but my god damn it, the the robes now got acid stains on it.
you gotta. Yeah, you go in there, you'll see pretty much the same thing that Shiki's seeing as she's keeping watch.
Nice.
She does, like, she looks pale, but she looks probably less pale as well because Vesha's in there at the time as she's kind of tending to her, making sure she's cool. Everything else, she seems to have a fever as well.
Nice to see you, Jade. You uh thanks. I'm trying hard not to fill you with buckshot after that one, but you don't get salty at all, do you? Ah, I get a mug coffee.
I need to take care of Win for months.
And people back in the old world used to say I was antisocial. Ugh.
So
I'm
you'll
s-
get
I'm
up-
s- I'm still good for a little bit.
Shiki will at this point, or not Shiki, Paige at this point will lead in around the door. I apologize, Shiki, but I've been getting a lot of complaints from people. She prestidigitations the stink and stank away.
Well, I kind of was waiting for that one, but thank you. I'm fine for now. It's not the first time I've done all-nighters.
And Baron and Natalie will both disappear, so they can be vanished.
Oh, okay, Jake, just peace out then. Okay.
Yeah, they were gonna disappear.
Oh.
I'll say Natalie is still here somewhere, probably resting, since he'll probably have taken her back to the church to recuperate the rest of the way.
I would probably be up till midnight before waking Jade, saying you can take over for a bit.
Yeah. As for the rest as a whole, the night seems to go relatively well. Shiki, you're just tired as all hell from staying up staying up this long.
Fair enough.
I'll be right back. I gotta
Well,
deal with the dog.
Well,
Alright.
saying that, saying that, like 12 o'clock, then making Jade swap. Shouldn't be
Yeah,
too
then-
bad.
And then she's tired, but she's not exhaustion tired.
Okay. Like I
go
would
to
do,
get some
I would,
sleep.
I
Jade
would
will-
stop before I start getting penalties.
Yeah, Jade will move in to take her rest as well.
It's
You can
cold
kind of,
alone.
yeah. Go ahead, roll medicine. You're doing all right that time. Best that you can see, This elf was definitely afflicted by some disease, curse, something. Whatever it is appears to be gone, and she's just on her way to recover at this point. You do know that she has had a fever, and that that has been helping out. Though, at this point, with that medicine check, you can see that she no longer seems to have a fever. Yeah. And the rest of the night will pass in relative peace, though come morning, Jade will hear something stirring behind her. And she can see that the bed. And the woman, the elf woman, appears to be kind of moving around a bit, stretching, just kind of shaking her head a little bit as she starts to wake up. Sleepy. No, what happened? And she kind of tries to sit up a bit too quickly and leans back down, wincing in pain. Yeah. Sick for what? How long was I out? And Paige walk in. From what I understand, it's been at least a few weeks. And the woman just kind of sits back down, looking a bit distraught at this point.
Oh, morning, everyone. Wow.
Yes, she's awake now. All right, so I apologize to put this on you so quickly, though. I heard there was information that might be important to what I'm seeking. We were found down towards the southern lands, wounded in some manner or another. What were you doing down there? And she'll kind of look at Paige from, and this elf does not seem that trusting right now. She seems kind of wary.